most commonly asked questions that we get in Temple Spa is, what can you do to help me with my relaxation? What can you do to help me have a better night's sleep? And sleep is a funny old thing. For some of us, we're blessed and are able to put our heads on the pillow and go to sleep, and that's great. But for the rest of us, most of us, sleep can elude us. So here's a few tips that might help you to get into a relaxed state and have a better night's sleep. We do need around 7 to 8 hours sleep. It renews our cells, it restores our mind, and it rests our body, and everything rebuilds overnight. So it is important that we have a decent amount of sleep. And one of the problems that happens when we don't prepare for sleep is that we think it's okay just to go to bed, and then 5 minutes before we want to go to sleep, we will do so. And I think it takes about an hour to get ready to prepare for sleep. So here's a few things that you can do that will help promote relaxation and sleep. So first of all, assuming that you're going to sleep in your bedroom, maybe you are having to work in your bedroom at the moment. So it's really important to transition from daytime to evening and to set up an ambience of relaxation. So one of the first things that you can do is to actually put your work away in a basket like this. Just put everything away, your iPad, your laptop, just your phone, everything, or the work that you've been working on. Get it right away from your sight, because if you look at it, there's a great temptation to just keep on working. I'll just have a look at one more file, or I'll just have a quick look at what's going on the web. And so I think it's really important to turn off your devices. Just turn them off completely, and then prepare your room for sleep. One of the first things I do is to change when I come in from work, or even if I'm working from home, is to transition from daytime wear to evening wear. So for me, that's like a cashmere hoodie I have on now, which is nice and relaxed, and some leggings. So that feels really, really comfortable. And then I hang my clothes up, because the other thing that's really important with a bedroom is that it feels peaceful. It doesn't feel messy. If it feels messy and it has lots of clutter, and believe me, it'd be so easy for me just to take my clothes off and just drop them on the floor, but I've had to discipline myself to put them away, either in the laundry or hang them up, even getting my clothes ready for the next day, because just a couple of minutes preparing your clothes for the next day will save you 15 of indecision in the morning. So preparing your room looks like this for me. First of all, if you want to have a good night's sleep, you have to block out all light. So to pull the drapes is really important, so there's absolutely no daylight coming through. And then what I do is I take quietude, because quietude is the most glorious spritz, which has got 10 essential oils in it, which are very calming and peaceful, and they just give that sensation of relaxation. And I want my bedroom to look like and feel like a spa relaxation lounge. So this really helps. So I spritz my drapes, and I also spritz some of this over my pillows. And the next thing is to actually think about your pillow setup. A bed is really important. A bed is such a good investment. It's not going to be very easy to sleep if your bed isn't comfortable or it's old and tatty. If you can't budget for a new bed right now, here's a tip. There's something wonderful which is called Egg Crate mattress topper, and it's really inexpensive. And what it will do is just restores your mattress and makes it feel super comfortable, and gives it a lovely kind of grippy surface that just helps you keep in a good position when you go to sleep. So try that. Next thing is just get the best pillows that you can afford. I have Hungarian goose down, and they're just beautiful. They're kind of medium, not too soft, but they just feel so cozy when I lay down. Normally what I do, and this is a good thing to do, is have 2 stages of going to bed. Having some pillows first of all that will bolster you up while you're just preparing to sleep, while you sit up in bed, is a good thing, and then I get rid of them when I want to lay down. Another thing you can do to prepare the room is to look at the temperature. Around 19 degrees is a good temperature, not too cool, certainly not too hot. And even leaving a little window open is a good idea as well, to get some fresh air, unless it's kind of in the middle of winter. And that's really important as well. And another thing I do is to just prepare music, so that when I walk into my bedroom, even if I'm coming to change and I go away and I come back, it's just really nice to have some ambient music. So for me, that might be classic FM or jazz FM, or even our own Temple Spa download. You can download it on iTunes, and it's called the Repose Suite. And it is our beautiful spa music. And I listen to it every single night. In actual fact, we go to sleep with it on, and it is just so super relaxing. Another thing to think about is if you are going to bed and you want to get to sleep, you need to stop eating around 3 hours before. Stop eating and drinking, because you won't be able to digest your food. It's not good to eat and then lay down, and it could repeat on you, and it just isn't the best thing for your digestion or your sleep. So think about when you're going to finish eating, and then at around 3 hours after that is a good time for when you go to sleep. And no one enjoys a glass of wine more than I do, but if you have too much alcohol too late, you might get to sleep really quickly, but you'll just wake up, and then that's absolutely hopeless. So if I eat and I've had a glass of wine and then I'm going to get ready for bed, I clean my teeth, because actually then that stops me from wanting to snack or have some treats. And then this is my bedside table setup, and it's very peaceful. I always take water to bed. I'm going to have some herb tea, because that's really soothing. That's going to calm me down. And then a lovely soothing book, something that's meditative and sweet and just not too disruptive to your mind. And I always have a pad and paper by my bedside table. I've got a chatterbox mind. I've got way too much going on in my mind that I can process, and I find it really helpful just to have that pad there, because if something comes to my mind and it's a worry or a concern, or it's something I have to do the next day, or something I've forgotten, or it's even an idea that comes to me, I've always got that so that I can jot it down and then it leaves my mind. We have a 9 p.m. watershed in our household, and what that means is we don't moan after 9 o'clock. It doesn't mean to say that we moan up until 8:59, but we really try and enter into more peaceful conversation, because sometimes if you're having a bit of a moan or you're having an antsy conversation, it just plays on your mind, and it's really difficult to let it leave you. And so that's something that we do, is like after 9 o'clock, we just don't have those kind of conversations. And we also don't watch anything that's got a high body count. Don't listen to pulsating music or anything that would go in the opposite direction of wanting to enter into this calm space. So when you are almost ready to go to bed, here are a few little things that you can do that will really help promote extra sleep and relaxation. I've just selected some products here that always work for me, and I'll just share these as a ritual with you. So the first thing I do is obviously pour a bath, and my go-to beautiful, always number one choice product is Drift Away. Drift Away is a bathing and massage oil, and I will just drizzle this into the bath water. It contains an emulsifier, so it will turn the bath water beautifully milky, so you don't get that layer of oil. But because it's got these beautiful essential oils, calming essential oils in it, you get a fantastic aroma in the bathroom. And also when you step out of the bath, your skin is nicely moisturized. And then what I do to accelerate that fragrance is to spritz some Quietude. It's the same fragrance. This is a spritz version, and I spray that into the steamy water, because that just all gives an extra beautiful fragrance to my bathroom. And then I will light my Siesta Forever candle, because that again is the same fragrance, and it just mellows my bathroom out. If you are having a bath in a family bathroom, then I think it's important to have your own little kit of products that just turns it into your tranquil space. If you're a really busy person, and I certainly am, then a bath is one way to have some me time, which brings value to yourself and just helps you to calm down and wind down. And if you're feeling really achy, then I might suggest sprinkling in some magnesium or some Epsom salts into the water as well, because that really turns it into a beautiful body treatment. So when I step out of the bath, usually I have already put my towel onto the radiator so it's nice and warm when I wrap it around myself and dry off. And then I will put duvet onto my body. And duvet, as the name implies, is like a duvet for the body. It is just so beautiful. It's calming, it's silky, it hydrates the skin, but it sinks in really easily. And so you don't feel clammy. It's just a beautiful, velvety, lovely formula. I will clean my skin. You know, guys, girls, we all need to clean our skin really, really well at night. And so this is the love of my life. It's called In the Beginning. It's a deep cleansing melt. And this will get rid of everything. So it will get rid of eye makeup, it gets rid of all the daytime grit, grime, the tiredness, pollution, makeup, debris in the skin, and gives it a really beautiful deep cleanse. And we call it a spa in a jar because it really does just smell like a spa for the skin, and it gives you a super deep clean. And it's so important to clean your skin really well at night. And by the time you've put your head on the pillow, the only thing that you have on your skin is some repose, which I'll get to in just a second. And then finally, this is an amazing product called R. And it's called R because when you apply it, that's exactly what you say. You put it on, you go, oh, because it's so beautiful. It's a cooling gel balm, and it contains some lovely ingredients in it. It has dandelion, which helps with fluid retention. It also has some peppermint and menthol and a blend of beautiful essential oils. And I love to put that on my legs because I often get jittery sort of legs at night. And again, I might put that on my shoulder or anywhere I'm feeling really uptight. So that's my little spa ritual that I will use before I come to bed. And then when I come to bed, there are just a couple of things that you can do to really sort of switch off. If you find it really, really difficult to get to sleep, you might try some valerian. It's a great supplement that you can take overnight. Hops valerian is very good for sort of tranquility and calming, but I've got my herb tea there as well, so I sort of sip away at that. So what I do before I actually lay down is I do my repose ritual. And repose is what we call an aromatherapy resting cream. For now, I'll call it my night cream. And this is just the most wonderful, it's my desert island product. I could never live without it. In fact, I think I'd have a panic attack if it was never by the side of my bed, and it always is. And so the way that we will apply this product is we will put some in our hands and warm it up. And then what I do, my mantra is just thank you. I am very grateful. I'm very grateful for my life, and I'm grateful for so many things, people, my work, my life, my health. And so what I do is to close my eyes and I open my hands and I do some breathing, and I just say, thank you. And I might do that 3 or 4 times because I can feel the aroma, I can smell the aroma, and that just helps me get into a state of gratitude. And then I will apply it to my face and down my neck and to my chest. And that for me is my moment of peace. That's when I know I'm starting to really wind down. And the next thing I do after I've applied that is, once I've gotten rid of my pillows, this is what I do to relax my body. And some of you will, at this point, you might meditate a little bit, be mindful. I pray. I'm just very much in the moment. I'm trying to not think about the past. I'm trying not to think too much about the future. I'm just thinking about the present and being fully present in the moment. That the moment is the gift. And that's what I concentrate on, that now the gift to me is sleep. We've been given sleep as our restoration, so I'm going to embrace it. I'm not going to push it away. And so once you've laid down, this is just a tip. And I learned this years ago. I used to work for a dentist, and he could actually relax patients that were very, very nervous. And some people would call it hypnotherapy. To be honest, all he did was just lead them in a little meditation so that their body started to obey. And so what you do is, and I won't lay down because I need to look at the camera, but if I were to lay down, first of all, what you need to do is to start at the bottom of your feet, and you need to see them as getting very heavy, and you need to be aware of any tension that you have in your feet. You might have been standing all day, you might have been walking, and so now let the relaxation start with your feet and let them go floppy. And when you eventually feel that your feet, don't rush this can take 5 minutes, it can take 10 minutes, and that's absolutely fine, because by the time you've worked your way up your body, you will find that your body is in a much better state of relaxation if you've taken the time. I'm listening to my repose suite music, so that is helping me just calm myself down, slowing my heartbeat a little bit, doing some breathing in for 5, holding for 4, breathing out for 3, or breathing in for 3, holding for 4, breathing out for 5. But the important thing to do is to breathe in through your nose, hold, and then breathe out through your mouth so that you're calming yourself down. If you're aware of pain, then don't focus on the pain. See the pain leaving you. If you have to, maybe a hot water bottle would just help with that tension. Sometimes I put a hot water bottle on my shoulder. Sometimes I'll actually put a pillow underneath your knee. Some of you will have done that when you were pregnant, but you don't have to be pregnant to do that, to take the pressure off your lower back. That can really help as well. So that by the time you are ready to sleep, your body will have relaxed. You will feel in a tranquil state and ready to sleep. So good night, and I hope that helped.